Hey everybody, we're in Washington DC. Say hi, Tony.
Hello everyone.
So we're waiting for our car to pick us up and we are off to the Neds Club, private invitation. I'm very excited. Anything you'd like to say?
Just so excited. I'm elated with joy and I'm so grateful to God for opening up this amazing opportunity to change lives and to meet all these incredible people. This is just such an honor and I'm just thrilled to be here and waiting for our Uber to come get us. And I just can't stop smiling.
Me either. So hi guys, be sure to share this. You're going to be able to come with us for the ride there. However, is that our Uber? However,
Possibly.
I think we have to have, there's a lot of privacy once you get inside, but I'm sure there's going to be a time where we can take pictures and or video. I'm not quite sure exactly how that's going to work or pan out. Is that our car? Hold on. Yeah, definitely spread this because you want to know what we're doing. We're heading to the Neds Club, private invitation, RFK. Hi. Yes.
You're not going to go quickly to sleep?
No, why did we have, I'm shocked. Go ahead. Ask why. Go ahead.
You gotta get on the other.
You can get in and slide over. Oh, you can't?
No.
Okay, hold on. You can't or you can? Bear with us.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Okay. Well, I would have never done this if I knew that. Do we have, we don't have to be there till 6. So is it okay if we go past the White House? It's like on the way. Not really. Just, I mean, just one. If it's on the way. If not,
Well, let me ask your opinion. How long will it take us to get to the Neds?
From here?
Yes.
22. It says 22 minutes.
Yeah, I figured that. So that's almost 5:30.
Maybe a couple of blocks. Or do you want me to do you want to get dropped off at the White House?
No.
No.
We ordered.
Pass through it?
We have
No.
an
Just a
event.
moment.
We have
Stop. Okay.
Okay, sorry guys, we're back. Say hello, Tony.
Hi.
All right, so for those of you, I know I had to keep this secret for a very long time due to the enjoyable, that's too much, go back. The enjoyable things that we deal with, but God has opened an amazing door where we were privately invited to this event tonight at the Neds Club. As you know, RFK is now the head of Health and Human Services and has the executive order for the Family Justice and Accountability Act with the executive order, okay? And then my sister, who's a holistic practitioner, Tony Jean Kopinski, so this is perfect for her as well. So I had met somebody through all my work and back and forth. This is now my 5th trip to DC. And Tony, this show your book, I guess. And Tony's a 5-time best-selling author, holistic practitioner. So this benefits both of us. So you couldn't ask for any better. So go ahead and share this, and when we, we'll take you along for the ride. And then once inside, we had a sign. We had a sign where we can be filmed and photographed, but we can't film and photograph inside. But we will be at some point. We will be able to, so we can show you some of the details inside. But this is the door exactly that we needed. Exactly, it's because the executive order goes from RFK to President Trump, so that you understand how this works. So I couldn't ask for a better door. And then also, if you guys didn't get a chance, we also have what's called, and for those of you that don't know, because I know some people kind of join things late or they miss all the things that we are very detailed in everything that we do. Okay, we are very it's very laser focused, very direct. So every Wednesday I go over every single detail of every single thing that could happen, will happen, won't happen, can happen. We had a government shutdown, now we have a government opening, and I left the pen in the house, so I don't know why you didn't take it. It was on the table.
Do you have a pen?
And I don't, so we have something that's called Kids for Congress, It didn't end yet, guys. I posted it today because we started in 2025. I wanted people to know so people don't steal that too. They try everything I do. You'll notice I post on purpose publicly so that when somebody else says the same thing I said, we've already done it. Okay. So Kids for Congress, your children are more than happy, more than encouraged to come to me through you. Of course, it has to be with your consent. And then they'll be able to speak to their Congress members too. I can't tell you how many children have spoken out to their Congress members across the country, telling them that they want the Family Justice and Accountability Act and so on and so forth. And they tell their stories, and it's amazing. And they've never had a voice for all these years. They've never had a voice because they've silenced them for all these years, and we're not allowing that those days are over. So there's that as well. Okay, just to let you know. So if you want your kids to be part of Kids for Congress, that's what they're going to do. Okay, that's what they do. They just reach out as parents on Wednesday evenings when we have our free Zooms. We take you through. We've had nothing but every Congress member that we've spoken to and had private meetings with, whether they're half an hour or many hours, okay? We have never had one issue with the constituents. They're literally building these amazing relationships with their Congress members and their U.S. senators. We had an earlier appointment today at 2:30. I actually did it virtually, even though I'm here in D.C. because I just had so much on my plate. So a couple of constituents came in. I think I posted it. And that was for Representative Luna's office. We have bipartisan support. That means the Democrats and the Republicans are working together for what we're doing. Okay, we bridge that gap. This is awesome. And also, we the people are in our rightful positions because they are our employees, not the other way around. And so this is happening for families. This is not just about a bill. There is so much more to this. That's why we had the largest amount of people ever with what they call the family rights movement. But we are the largest amount ever, and it was during a government shutdown, and now it's just quadrupling the amount of people because there's hundreds of thousands of families that have been negatively impacted by family court and the whole spiel, and everybody's joining. So you're all getting your voice, not to mention the fact that also we also have I have Now Network TV. I've had it for years. So I'm going to be taking individual interviews. Well, actually, I'm probably going to group the interviews per state, per jurisdiction. Those interviews there's contracts signed for that. Those interviews are sent over to Netflix because I'm working with a producer for Netflix. She's not a Netflix producer. She's just a producer, and she produces for multiple platforms. And she wants to do a 3-part series on the Family Justice and Accountability Act and the whole movement and so on and so forth. You can be a part of that too. My contract covers that, but that doesn't mean that you will be. You still have to sign a contract for Netflix when we get to that point. This all takes time, as you guys probably understand. This doesn't all happen overnight, even though we are moving at a very rapid rate. I mean, we're moving extremely quick, considering the situation, considering everything. So it's been pretty cool because, as you know, I went down there during a government shutdown. Now, with the government shutdown, for some people who don't understand, Congress is not closed. We were in and out of the buildings all the time. I had multiple appointments constantly. We were there up until the day it literally opened. Okay. However, I couldn't do the congressional hearing room because they furloughed like the employees, and they furloughed like Secret Service and all that kind of stuff. So you can't have a crowd that size in a congressional hearing room, even though it's sponsored. So we lost the room, which was fine. It turned out to be for the better, actually. And there were people that didn't get the memo because they weren't a part of the Zoom meetings. So it's impossible for me to tell everybody everything. That's why we do the Wednesday night Zoom meetings where they can come in and what do you call it? And hi there. And we tell all the details of what's happening. So if you got misinformation after, that's only because they weren't paying attention or they weren't a part of our Wednesday night Zoom meetings where I explain everything. Nothing is hidden. I don't make things, private. I make it public on purpose. Okay? Did you want to say anything? She said no. She just says, this has been her face the whole time. Because we're gonna go see RFK right now, and and lots of big people right now. I'm in awe. I'm in awe. So anyway, this is a 20-something minute ride that you guys are going to be on with us. We are stopping we're stopping at the White House first. And then from the White House, we're going to head over to, it's called Neds Club. They opened last year. And you cannot get in without a private invitation. You cannot get in. So this has been a miracle for us because of the timing. But God's timing is always perfect. Never forget that. Always right on time. So that's the deal. And I'm doing all the talking. You guys want to ask some questions or something? Let me see. I'll go through here and see. Hello, hello. It makes it hard because when you're live, you can't.
Did you figure out how to add a ride?
No, he's gonna take care of it. Thank you. We legal immigrants have been bravely fighting with you. Thank you. I'm so excited. Oh, Ukrainian. My sister's husband is Ukrainian. Yeah. And my niece Michaela, her daughter as well. Oh yeah.
Well, of course.
Yeah. Well, she would be too. That would make perfect sense, right? So, yeah. I just saw something. You missed it.
What was it?
I almost felt like I was in New York City for a minute there. That was something. So, you guys have any questions or anything? Thank you for your prayers. I appreciate that. It's been amazing. What God has done, it's been amazing. Just amazing. You definitely want to share this. Oh, so there's 2 videos that I posted. I've done 3 prior interviews with Heart of New York TV. Anybody that's watching this, I am a national advocate, not just New York State, but in New York State, I did Heart of New York interviews, 3 prior, like over the years. And then I just did 2 back-to-back, part 1 and part 2. And I put it on my Facebook page late last night because we were keeping this a secret till we were like almost in the door. Unfortunately, we have to work that way sometimes. It's quite sad. But part 1 and part 2 is on this Facebook page here, and you should definitely watch it. Talks about, thank you, Megan. Thank you. I wish you were here with us. And so go ahead and watch it. That's on there, but it's going to air on Heart of New York TV. So that goes New York City and then all the boroughs. It hasn't aired yet. So you guys get to see it first. And so it's on my page. You guys can look and you'll see Heart of New York TV. Make sure you watch it in order, part 1 and part 2. Very, very good. Hi, Hannah. I wish you were here too. Love you too. Thanks for the prayers. This is very, very exciting. So, and then of course, everyone is coming down with me in March. So we definitely know we'll have double than we had last time, but it's possible we'll even have triple of what we had last time. And that should be just a celebratory time at that point. Everything should be completed. I have a question. I'm trying to understand. Hold on, I'm reading. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I would say it does, but I can't answer a question like that on Facebook Live. You know what I mean? We have a whole intake process. I'd have to learn the ins and outs of your case. I am not an attorney. By the way, I'm way better than that. Way safer. But aside from that, but I could never do that. That would be really unethical of me. I don't know anything about your foundation, your situation, and we go through a 2-part book a talk session. It's actually 3 parts really, because it's an intake with an intake specialist, and then in between there I go over all the details before I have a session with you, with me and you, and at that point I'll have the solutions for your case ready. So but that's horrible. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's awful, just crazy. And that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this, because of these crazy stories, one right after the other. And I'll tell you though, we talk about this as the crisis that it is. It is a crisis. This has been a crisis for a long time. It falls under Titles 18, 241, and 242. Please look it up. Please look that up. It's very important that everybody understands that. All the Congress members we've talked to, they understand the urgency and the crisis that we're in. The families are in. It's very, very detrimental and dangerous and unsafe. If that's not a crisis, I don't know what is. When your children are ripped away or in dangerous situations or worse. And so, they understand the urgency behind this, and that we're not going around the same mountain. These bills that have already passed and all these other bills that they're trying to get passed, they're just, you're going to keep going around the same mountain. We have to enforce the law. That's what this comes down to. Enforce the laws that we already have, and things will fall into place for everyone, and keep children safe and keep families intact. It's just that simple. So, yes, absolutely, Taylor. I'm sorry, I should have told you this part. Just go to Book a Talk with Francesca. It should be on my Facebook page if you scroll, and I got to do some scrolling. But Book a Talk with Francesca. I have a scheduling coordinator. She'll get you on the calendar, and we'll be able to assist you that way. I can't believe you're not doing any talking. No talking. She's no talking. Just no talking. Can you talk? Do I have to do all the talking? Talking. I'll just keep the camera there so she talks. No, she doesn't know how to talk. She don't know how to talk.
You're right.
Tell her to talk. What did I talk about? Parasites, sugar, fruit. What do you want to talk about? You can follow her on her Facebook page, Tony Jean Amato Kolpinski, Kulpinski. She's got videos and so on and so forth. She's a 5-time best-selling author. Certifiably crazy, certified bored. She's whispering because like she doesn't know how to talk. She forgot how. Yeah, she said, Taylor said, please share about your book. What is this particular book about? She wants to know. Answer the woman.
So this is my 5th book. Oh my God. This is supposed to go to Jared, and that one's supposed to go to Robert. And I just signed them, and I just bent the back of it. Lovely. Anyway, this is my 5th book on my writing journey. This book is a wealth of life-changing information. It goes behind the scenes of the industry. It exposes the vaccine industry, the lies behind it. It goes into history and names the evildoers that created vaccines. Well, they actually engineered the diseases all for a vaccine agenda, dumbing down people into believing that through their fear and scare tactics that we needed these toxic drug injections after they let out of these horrible diseases that they created. Again, all for a vaccine agenda. And the book goes in depth about it, but it also goes in depth about what is really going on behind the scenes of various health conditions and how to successfully and fully heal. It gives you protocol from everything from heart disease to cancer, SIBO, MRSA, eczema, psoriasis, gut issues, brain and neurological dysfunction, and so much more. There's meal plan guides, supplement regimens. It talks about all the trendy traps out there that we've been lied to. Just exposing so much and giving people hope and learning how your body can repair itself, that we were created by a loving God and that our bodies can completely heal. So the book is, out of all my books so far, I feel like this is the best one. And I say that with each book, but I really do feel this way with this one because I've really gone in depth with, like I said, exposing a lot, because there's a lot of trendy traps out there, and when people are scared and unwell, they search and they can sometimes get a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of recycled misinformation out there, unfortunately, because there's a lot of influencers that are trying to promote a product or get people involved in their programs, but they're not genuine.
Like the protein insanity.
Yes, so this book goes behind the scenes of the protein obsession and why everyone is so protein obsessed, the anti-sugar movement. It's all evil. So, and again, and I'm certainly not condoning that we should be eating boxed cereal and donuts by far.
Right,
It needs to be, processed foods need to be completely withdrawn. But real sugar in the form of fruit and raw honey and maple syrup, this is the polysaccharide glucose
She can talk, by the way, see?
that our bodies run on. And the reason why the evildoers don't want us to, villainize all of that is because they know that real sugar in the form God created, I'm not talking about domino sugar,
Right.
is the sugar that dismantles the pathogens that they've engineered in a lab that keep us sick. So again, too much to go into right now.
Right.
It's a lot, but the book does. It can be found on Amazon, in Kindle, paperback, and hardback, and it's called "Let's Heal America Now: Holistic Health Revolution." And again, it's an amazing book, and even if I might
it'll
say,
be in RFK's hands in very short time,
in a little
less
while.
than an hour.
But yeah, thank you for asking. I greatly appreciate it.
So, and it's interesting because like what she just said about like the misinformation and the what did you say? Misinformation and the
Well, there's
sort of like the-
2 ways to control the population, and that is through fear and sickness. So how do we control the population through fear and sickness? Nobody wants to be sick and nobody wants to live in fear, so it's a great form of control. What they do is they've engineered, as I repeat, they engineered pathogens in a lab, raising them in eggs, by the way, because an egg is an underdeveloped membrane. It's an embryo. And so they used eggs to raise these pathogens, and then these pathogens actually feed off of heavy metals, which are in pesticides, chemical trails, which I talk about in the book. And so the more we take vaccines, the more we eat chemical fertilizers, which are heavy metals, use nonstick cookware, Teflon, aluminum, we become more subjected to becoming sick. And the industry wants to keep us dumbed down and stupid and hide all this information from us, so we comply with what they want to do. It's very sad. It's very dark. And again, the good news is that the industry is growing.
Right.
The demand for real holistic science is growing.
Right.
There's a movement, and
People see the
I'm
difference.
grateful to be a part of it. I healed myself almost 20 years ago of cancer, diabetes, severe digestive disorders, thyroid nodules, migraines.
Name it.
And I don't even get colds. I'm almost 56 years old. I live in vibrant health all the time. And I did all that without medical intervention. And that's why I believe God called me to do this work, so I can lead by example to help others. And although I've helped hundreds and thousands of animals and humans regain their health, I'm grateful for this opportunity today to have a bigger platform to go farther and wider on this journey. So I hope the book blesses
See, she
you.
can talk. So, and I did want to kind of add to that, because the false talk, like the false conversations that are out there, you know, the misinformation is the same thing in the family, quote unquote, family rights movement.
Absolutely.
It's the same thing, and she deals with the same thing I deal with. The same. It's just
trolls?
she deals with the crazy trolls and the insanity. These people are put in place to do this. We saw a few today. We were laughing, me and her, because we were together. Here we are. Where are we right now?
White House.
We're at the White House. We're going to take a quick.
Oh,
Okay. We're going to take a quick look here. You guys will see the White House, and then you're coming with us to Neds Club. So you're going to come with us. And then when we get there, well, thank you. This is our friend here. And then when we get there.
So whose camera you guys want to use?
Which camera, Tony? Your camera, since I'm on live. When we get to Neds Club, we'll take you right up to the door until we have to shut our cameras down. And, you know, here we are again in D.C. Here we are back in D.C. And when we, and there's the White House. He's going to take a couple shots of us here, so we have. But once inside, we had to sign paperwork before we even got on the road to get here, because they do like backgrounds and all that. And then, so hold on, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We cannot have any pictures, like we can't take stuff ourselves in there.
We're not close enough.
That's all right. Oh, you can't see the White House?
Not really, no.
I'll take a couple. Just take a couple of yourself then. All right, we can come in. Sorry, we have to go back. Sorry. So we're not allowed to take pictures or video footage while inside, but at a certain point we can. So we promise you're going to have lots of pictures. We promise you. I'll post them on social media. I will have that all for you. I promise you. But you know, I know that we have to follow certain, you know, because of the people that are inside. They want to be remained private. So. And when we just want to show everybody. So I'm just so excited. Oh, Tony, what are you doing? Why are you so far away? Hold on. Doesn't even look like it. You want us to come back more? Hold on, guys. Here, look at the White House. Can you see it now? Are you able to see it? Yeah? Okay. Okay, well, we're heading to Ned's Club now. Say goodbye to the White House. We just wanted to get a shot of that. To be honest with you, I don't know if Trump is going to be at this event or not. I don't know. But either way, I will be. I'll tell you this much. I'll be with him soon. Maybe not tonight, because that executive order is heading to his hands. So. I think that the whole point is that
Where's my,
you know, like I said, people have gone around this mountain and around and around and around and around and around and around and around. It's just been insane, these bills and this nonsense, and Congress passing bills that don't help anybody, that just keep them in the same cycle. This is finally the end that's needed, and it's not just an end. It's an end to the abuse to families, but now it's an opportunity for recompense, remedy, and relief. The Family Justice and Accountability Act allows you to get that remedy and relief. It's not just for civil rights violations and holding them accountable civilly, but also holding them accountable criminally. And what's really cool today is during the session we had today, I was able to answer the questions on how it is connected from state to federal and federal to state. Okay, how it is one situation, not what they try to tell you. You have to remember. And these advocates, these fake advocates, they're going to regurgitate the same things that the lawyers tell you. All the corrupt people that have kept you in bondage, they're repeating. I don't repeat that. That's why I get attacked so much, because I tell the truth. On another note, you're going to be able to hold them accountable criminally, and that's what we're looking for. You know, you make one mistake where a child is unalived or a child is harmed, they'll take me off the social media if I don't use that word. I know, but
Please don't use the word unalive.
well, I don't have a choice because they'll take me off social media.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, I got a lot
do you
to
see
learn.
why I've lost 2 Facebook pages and 1 TikTok?
Yeah, I
Because-
got a lot to learn.
yeah, so you have to just, unfortunately, but that should, you know, if that happens once in a blue moon, that's one thing, but constantly, all the time. So we were able to go over all of that today too. So, and I do really like the fact that they realize, like I said, the urgency of the situation. And that's the most important thing. And everybody, you know, when my families go to Congress and they talk to Congress, whether they're there physically or we're there virtually, the constituents with their Congress members or the U.S. representatives, they're letting them know what a crisis this is. They're letting them know that there's an urgency behind it, and they've built these relationships with their Congress members and their U.S. senators, where they're working for us. They're doing what we need. They're doing what we need done. You know, it's not rocket science. I help everyone on Wednesday nights for free. They're prepared and they're ready for their meetings. They get a little nervous sometimes. I even give them scripts, and I help them to get to where they got to go. So, let's see. We're supposed to be there at 6.
I got almost 45 minutes.
Wow.
We were so nervous because we didn't know.
Yeah.
It's right here. Literally, it's right over in the back of the White House. This is the spot.
Yeah, we're right behind the White House. That's the spot. Well, what I think I'm going to do, guys, is we can go in and
There's a
out.
coffee shop there.
Yeah, we can go. We're going to go to the coffee shop. We'll be back. This is Ned's Club right here, though, guys. I'll just show it to you, and then around, you know, when I can come back live later or do photographs to let you know, I'm going to do that. We'll let you know everything. But this is Ned's Club, guys. So hang on, let me just show you real quick. That's it right there. Oh, there it is, Ned's Club right there.
How much did it cost?
Copy.
It's
Okay,
on,
that's
the
it.
book is-
We're going to be getting out now. God bless you guys. God is moving mountains, moving mountains, moving mountains. And you're a part of making history.
I don't think that